Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Harika. So in this video I am going to talk about Swagger. So basically if you're someone who don't know what is a Swagger, then that's fine, not a problem, because in this video I am going to explain you everything right from the scratch, because it's the first video that I'm going to do in this series. So going forward with this understanding, you will definitely explore a lot and learn a lot about Swagger and how you can do orchestrator API calls with Swagger, and also using activities in the UiPath Studio. So having said that, so basically what is a Swagger, and I'm going to cover all the topics that I have showed on the screen. So I'm going to talk what is a Swagger and how we can simply get the all orchestrator API requests that we can perform on UiPath orchestrator by using Swagger. And also I'll show you a small demo how you can execute and see the request and the responses. So first of all, so if you don't know what is a Swagger, so it's just an open source tool, just like how we are using a Postman. It's a kind of tool that we can access, and it is used basically to build, document and design the orchestrator APIs, and also we can consume the orchestrator APIs along with other types of APIs. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can get the list of all orchestrator APIs just with the help of a Swagger. So I'll just take you to orchestrator now and show you how we can do that. So I'm in my orchestrator tenant. So here, if you just see here, whatever the different activities that we can perform on an orchestrator, so we can do that similarly by using an API, right? So how to get that API's requests? So if you wanted to learn about it, so just it's very easy. Let me show you. I'm gonna copy this particular URL for my tenant. And here I'm just going to append it with, so this will let me get all the API calls that I can perform on the orchestrator. So it's loading. Within a few minutes, you can see all the API requests that we can perform on the orchestrator. So if you just see, it has provided me UiPath.web API, right? These are the different API calls that we can perform. So if you see, it is having folders, licensing, logs, maintenance, package status, alerts, assets, everything, queues, robots, roles, whatever is there on the orchestrator that we can perform, that everything through an API. The calls are there, the requests and everything were there here, webhooks, users, test queues, and everything. Okay, so what is there inside them? Let's just explore. So inside account, if you just see, I have already told you this is specific to the particular username and the password, right? So we don't have to do an authentication for this. So this will be helpful when we are doing the API calls with the help of orchestrator HTTP request. So if you have watched the previous videos, I have shown you where we can use a HTTP request for performing orchestrator API calls, and orchestrator HTTP request. A clear differences between these two activities I have portrayed in a video. Do watch that video for clear understanding on this. And we have different other folders, right? So if you see folders navigation, so get all folders, get all roles. So folder navigation, but with respect to a current user, and all these things were there. And let's explore something else. Assets is a main thing, right? In any of the automation, we definitely use assets as a best practice to store the credentials and to get the valuable data which has to be stored safely. So we have everything. We can create an asset, we can get the asset based on the ID and edit an asset. So it's quite simple. All these are the relative data that we have, and we have folders. So let me just execute one thing for you and show you. So if you remember, we have seen in the previous video how to get folders using Postman, right? So let me show you how easily we can get the same thing using a Swagger. So if you see, these are all the folders that I have, correct? So just do try it out. And once after you click that, just check on the left hand side if there is any mandatory field that you have to provide, that will be mentioned in a red star. So check for that. If nothing is mandatory, then that's fine. You can just directly go and click on execute. So if you see here, 200, we know 200 is a success code, and here it shows there are 11 folders total that are particular to my tenant. Okay, I got 11 folders, and each folder information, right? The display name is default and modern folder, and then testing. So if you see, default, modern folder, testing is the folder here, right? So I got all the folders and all the IDs as well. So we have done the same thing. We have used the particular URL to get the same thing, but we have done something like authentication, right? We have used the barrier token, for which we have executed one more query, and we used that barrier token in order to get these particular folders and IDs using Postman, right? So in Swagger, it's a little bit simple, but it yeah, Postman is itself having some advantages, like, you know, you can save all the details that you have already performed for the future use. So it's kind of, everything has its own advantages. So you can just deal with whatever you need for that time. So this is how we can do. Similarly, for everything, like you have posts, you can create a folder, you can just, you know, move the folder, whatever the actions that you can perform on an orchestrator, UiPath orchestrator, that you can perform using this API. And the Swagger will give you the relative URL that you can use further. So I will be showing how you can use these URLs in the studio to perform all these actions, and by using the orchestrator HTTP request. So this is it about Swagger. This is a small demo to show you how easily we can, you know, get the result by performing orchestrator API calls on UiPath orchestrator. So if you like this video, do let me know in the comments, and that will give me a lot of motivation to do more further videos. And thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about how we can use these URLs that are there in the Swagger, and we can perform the automation through Studio. So if you wanted to watch the video without missing, do hit the notification bell so you'll get the video as soon as I upload it. Thank you so much for watching.